Hey friend, welcome back to the Sage Audio channel. Today we'll be discussing our pick for the top 7 vocal formant and pitch techniques. We'll be covering how you can perform these techniques step by step, as well as listening to some of them, so stick around for the full video. But first, if this is a topic that you find interesting, I'd highly recommend looking into the blog post that's associated with this video. You can find the link for that in the description box below. Also, if you're an artist, engineer, or producer, and you have a mix that you need mastered, send it to us at sageaudio.com. We'll master it for you and send you a free mastered sample of it. All you gotta do is set up this short account, upload the song, and we can do the rest. Number 7, use multiple 5th and 12th semitone tunings. Now, without getting too bogged down in music theory, it helps to know some of the basics when performing pitch shifting. In short, an octave can be broken down into 12 semitones, so if something is 12 semitones above or below the original signal, then it is 1 octave higher or lower in pitch. If a note is 5 semitones higher or lower than the original signal or note, then that note is called a fourth or a perfect fourth. Like the octave, a perfect fourth can be added to the original note without sounding off-putting or out of key. And because of the ability to blend a 5 semitone tuning and an octave tuning or 12 semitone tuning in with your original signal without creating a discordant note, these tunings can be used to thicken your lead vocal or background vocals. Now, using the Little Altar Boy by Soundtoys, here's one possible technique that you can use to create a full-sounding vocal. Step 1. From your vocal track, create 4 auxiliary tracks via bus sends. Step 2. On each of these auxiliary tracks, insert the Little Altar Boy plugin. Step 3. Tune the pitch of each plugin on each track to -12, 12, -5, and 5 semitones. Step 4. Alter the volume of these tracks and blend them in with the original signal to your liking. Now be sure that no processing occurs on the original signal prior to the signal being sent to the auxiliary tracks. By using this technique, you can create a complex vocal that remains in the same key as the original. Let's take a listen to it.
Whoa, the best I had to the early morning.
Number 6, use small formant changes on BGVs. In short, vocal formants are groups of frequencies that are amplified when a specific vowel is either spoken or sung. Now, typically, a formant contains 3 specific groups of these frequencies that uniformly go up or down in pitch whenever a vowel is spoken in a higher or lower register. These formants also give information to any listener about who is talking. And with that in mind, altering which vocal formants are present and to what extent they're amplified is a great way to quickly change the tone of a vocal. This is the case when processing your background vocals. For example, if your background vocals are all one singer, changing the format can be an easy way to make it sound as if you have multiple singers while keeping the pitch and time of the vocal performance the same. To do this, you can use the Little Altar Boy plugin and insert it either on your track or use it as an auxiliary track. Then simply decrease or increase the format function by up to 3. If you increase it or decrease too much, then the vocal will begin to sound unnatural. You can of course use this as a creative effect, but if you're trying to create something realistic sounding, then avoid large shifts in a vocal's format. Number 5, decrease a format slightly to remove nasal tone. As we've just discussed a moment ago, changing the vocal format changes a vocal tone. This can be used for a creative effect or for very practical reasons. In the case of a nasally vocal, you can use vocal format shifting as a quick fix. When this is the case, shifting the vocal's format down by even just 0.5 can make the vocal sound clear and present. Now, if you don't want to use the Altar Boy plugin, you can also perform this with your typical EQ. Step 1, insert an equalizer on your vocal, preferably one that can isolate or solo the bands you've created. Step 2, create a bell filter between 800 Hz and 1.5 kHz. Step 3, using the isolate function on your equalizer, change the frequency of your bell filter until you find the offending frequencies. And step 4, attenuate the frequencies and set an accurate cue and adjust it as needed. Number 4, alter vocal formants with EQ. This method for altering vocal formants doesn't require a plugin other than your typical equalizer. But truth be told, this isn't the best method. Now, although it does work well for speech, it doesn't accommodate for formants that change in frequency. When someone is singing, if they alter the note of the vowel, then the vocal formant will change, making the equalization less accurate. Regardless, it is helpful to know in case you need to equalize some dialogue and you don't have a formant shifting plugin. So let's look at 5 primary vowel sounds and specify their typical frequency ranges. Number 3, route a semitone tuned vocal into a harmony generator. This next method is a little more complex but results in great and modern sounding vocal processing. Although I typically recommend only feeding a clean vocal into a harmony engine, on occasion, routing an already processed signal into the harmony engine can be used for creative effect. This technique includes both the Little Altar Boy plugin and the Harmony Engine Evo. Step 1. Insert the Little Altar Boy plugin on your vocal. Step 2. Turn on the quantize function. This will quickly pitch shift your vocal to the nearest semitone, an effect that's used a lot in pop and hip-hop records. Step 3. Insert the Harmony Engine Evo after the Little Altar Boy plugin. Step 4. Either set the harmonies as you see fit using the 5th and 12th rule we've established earlier, or create the harmonies using a MIDI controller. By accomplishing these steps, you've created harmonies from your pitch-shifted vocal. Now, this ensures that the harmonies are in tune with your song and have a unique tonality to them. Additionally, you can alter the formant of the vocal to make the harmonies match this formant. Now, you may need to change the input settings of the Harmony Engine in order to pick up the signal. To do so, slide the fader on the input section from choosy to relaxed to pick up more of the incoming signal. Let's take a listen.
The best I had to the early morning.
Number 2, use a vocal formant plugin or harmony generator as a MIDI-controlled instrument. Now, using a vocal transformer or pitch shifter as a vocoder of sorts is a good way to create modern-sounding vocal processing. Now, this is the same technique used to create the Prismizer vocal effect heard on Bon Iver and Frank Ocean albums, which we've covered in a couple of our other videos, so definitely check those out if you get a chance and this is something that you're interested in. Now, if you'd like to use either the Harmony Engine or the Altar Boy plugin as a MIDI-controlled effect, follow these steps. Step 1. Create a software instrument track. Step 2. On the software instrument track, use the desired effect as a MIDI-controlled effect. You can do this by clicking the Instrument tab and then finding the Little Altar Boy plugin, Harmony Engine, or whatever vocal processor you're using in the MIDI-controlled effects section. Step 3. For the Little Altar Boy effect, change the sidechain setting to the vocal you want to affect. You should now be able to alter the pitch function with your keyboard or MIDI controller. And Step 4. For the Harmony Engine Evo, change the harmony source to MIDI Omni and then change the sidechain to the vocal you want to affect. You can now alter the harmonies generated with a MIDI controller. Let's take a listen to it.
Whoa, the best I had to the early morning.
And lastly, at number 1, create the Kanye sound with semitone tuning and saturation. Now, any discussion of vocal tuning and formant altering is often followed by how these effects were popularized. Kanye West, although a somewhat divisive figure, has done a lot to shape how people think of vocals and vocal processing. All you need to do to accomplish a sound that's similar to his is to use the quantize function on the Altar Boy plugin. This will tune your vocal to the nearest semitone. If you pair this with a significant amount of distortion, you'll create the effect Kanye used on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy in 2010. Although you have the option to use the drive function provided by this plugin, you can also use any other drive or saturation plugin to create the effect. Let's take a listen to it.
Whoa, the best I had to the early morning.
So these are our picks for the top 7 vocal pitch and formant techniques, but what do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, again, definitely check out the blog post where you can find a lot more information on this topic and others like it. The link is in the description box below. Also, if you're an artist or an engineer, send us one of your mixes at sageaudio.com. We'll master it for you and send you a free mastered sample. All you got to do is set up this account, upload the song, and we can do the rest. But thank you so much for watching. We really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and share this video with your friends. This way we know if you'd like to see more videos like this one. Also, you can subscribe to the channel. We release new videos every week, and subscribing is the best way to stay up to date. There's a comment section where you can leave your thoughts on this video or a suggestion for a future video. And again, if you're an artist or an engineer and you have a mix that you need mastered, send it to us at sageaudio.com. We'll master it for you and send you a free mastered sample of it. Thank you again so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.